so much that we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's gotta tell, village right to see the scale. We talk the truth, not just a brand. For car lovers across the land. For the love of cause Uganda we roll. From dusty road to brims of patrol. Previous teams we break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real, not just a hype. Styled views and engine moves. We teach you more than just photos. Taking tools from the basics up to trucking gear and car gear stuff. If you're new or a season vet, for the love of cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Fix it and learn it, drive it proud. This is more than just machines. It's the love, the life, the dream. For the love of cause Uganda we roll. From dusty road to dreams of patrol. Previous teams we break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Okay, man. I love the girl. She don't want me. She don't want me. But I tell her, yes, I tell her. Racho nimbo, 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 ninza. Aye. 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 Girl, you're my number one. Guasoka na kugamba na good yo mako bagwa. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never ever, but you made me beg. You made me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? Why? But why? Why? Racho nimbo, 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 ninza. Aye. 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 Sitting na motoka, sitting na kabanja, sitting na bling, jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Jewelry, dollar bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, yeah. Na yelwa chongamba koma woruli, sikumanyi mulungi nchakwetegereza. I say yes, I say no, I say baby let's take it slow. You are my number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never give back, but you make me big. You make me big. Every time I come over, you make me big. But why? Why? But why? Why? Racho nimbo, 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 racho nimbo. Racho nimbo, 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 racho nimbo. Racho nimbo, nimbo, ninza. Racho nimbo, 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 ninza. Girl, I love you, but you never ever take what I say. See, I need you, but you do what you do ever again. You rock my world, it goes around, around and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night, that I really feel you, I can't deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, You and I, you and I. Rajon nimba, nimba, nimba. Rajon nimba. Rajon nimba, nimba, nimba. Rajon nimba. Rajon nimba, nimba, nimba. Nimba, nimba. Rajon nimba. Sitting on motoka, sitting on kabanja, sitting on bling, jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Rajon nimba, nimba, nimba. Rajon nimba. Rajon nimba. Rajon nimba. Nothing gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man. Hi guys, how you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I am better. The headache went. I think I am just a little bit still weak, but I'm better. Kastom to kugenda. Kastom bidi okubadde kukuluma ne kugendera ddala awo omanyi oba owonye. But how are you, my people? In orientation in Tawanya. Ate yetaddemu nga sigigambye. But good morning, Muyombia Mark Lawrence Omule, Peter Mangeni Petero, Richard Wanga Jones Info, Samuel Ntale, Travel Live Vlog, Nuaha Norman, Historical Norman, Semfuma Benjamin, Motion by Benji, Yusuf Minaj, Kasamba Isaac Atende, and the people Abadi Mukamori. How was your night? So yesterday we bought Rumion. And then the Sienna that I posted, we bought it the other day. Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. So on Monday we bought a Sienna. Yesterday we bought a Rumion. There is still one car that we have not yet been able to get. Wadenga, the buyer paid half of the money that he was supposed to pay. And so guys, when you're going to buy a car, I really encourage you. I want to encourage you guys to always touch events. Good morning. Today is celebrating 3 years of making. A proud member here, by the way. Congrats to us, for the love of cars, for having you here. So guys, yesterday we bought a Rumion. I was still telling you, sorry. I would be having ADHD. Because I talk about this, then I talk about that, then I talk about this, then I talk about that. Abazungu, I think the Americans and Europeans keep coming up with disease names to not take responsibility for their actions or to not own up to their personalities. Like, what is ADHD? Anyway, I'm still telling you guys, when you're going to buy a car, I would highly encourage that you go to the bank and pay the people you're buying the car from in cash. The times that I encourage people to do bank transfer is if you don't need to take the car that day. Because if anything happens to the transaction and you want to take the car that day, you won't be able to take the car that day. But still, some of you guys still don't listen to me because you want to do bank transfer. I discourage you guys from doing in Uganda here. Most people want to have their cash. You get, even those guys that are selling new cars in the bond. So pay cash. I'll tell you the story when we finish that transaction as well. That's when I will tell you the full story. But we bought a Sienna, we bought a Rumion. Now, both the people that bought the Sienna and Rumion wanted to buy old cars. The person that bought the Sienna is a lady that I told you about. We talked in the evening, Friday, which May or which week, and she wanted to buy a car of 20 or 25 million shillings used, like a Fielder. Now, me, I know these cars. I know how the kind of condition the Fielder of 25 will be in. So I encouraged her to instead go ahead and buy a car from the bond. Yeah. And
And she asked me how much will a car from the bond be. Can I get a fielder? I told her the fielder would be like 34, but if you buy it on loan, they'll sell it to you at 36. Then we also considered the Rumion, we considered the Wish, you get. So we considered all those cars. But then she, even one of the reasons she was considering buying a used car is because she did not think that her 15 million shillings was an option in the bond. Yeah, and it was. 15 million is an option in the bond on some cars. So when I told her there are definitely bonds that would take 15 million shillings as a first installment, she was overjoyed. But the thing that killed her joy was that there would be no fielder on the options. Yeah. So guys, if you have 15 million shillings and you're able to pay a considerable amount in installments, go to the bond. Now, when I asked her if she borrows a fielder, she gets a fielder on credit, 25 paying 15, how long would she take to pay the 10 million? She said, I don't need a lot of time. In 3 months I will have paid the 3 million. So I said, then why are we going for an old car? If you can pay 10 million in 3 months, why are we going for an old car? Let's go buy a new car. However, we had about 2 options there, Raum or Sienna or Raktis or Vitz. The Vitz is too small. The Raktis is those in the bond are 1.3, not good enough for her kind of work. And she says she's also very popular on YouTube. Yeah, I think on YouTube she's actually more popular than me. She has more than 60,000 subscribers. So we zeroed down on the Sienna. So I told her, you know what? At that time, she didn't actually have the 15 in full. I think she had about 12. So I told her, you just go and do the math and think about the Sienna. I know you don't like it. I also don't like it. But instead of buying a fielder that is old, for me, I would rather drive the used Sienna. So she went and thought about it. And then she called me, I think Thursday last week. But then I was booked for Friday. She called me Wednesday. Yeah. But then I was booked for most of that week. So she said, I'll call you when I'm ready. And yeah. So she called me Sunday for us to go and do it on Monday. And that's how we ended up there. Now, yeah, I think it's possible. It's possible. And go in start. Yes, it is. For sure, I don't understand this Sienna purchase of 30 million. First payment. Why not Wish instead? Okay. Echibuzo starch. I think Echibuzo. The Sienna was 30 million. The Wish would be 38. You get it? Because when you're getting a car on credit, you want to get a car on credit that is really good. Actually, I got so, and Sienna's are 28, 27, 28, 27, 28, 29, 30 million shillings in cash. Now, the question is going to be, why not get a Wish? In fact, in a Wish, there are people that can take 15 million on a Wish. The problem with the Wish is that a good Wish now is 34 million shillings. Okay? If it's 34, and there are people, the issue with when you're buying credit is how many people are willing to take the credit. How many people are willing to take your first installment? That's the issue. Most people that are selling Wishes will want to take 20 million shillings first payment. We did not have 20 million shillings. But even then, the full purchase price of the Wish was high. It would be 37 to 38, was still too high. You get it? So 30 seemed considerably okay. And because there are people that, for example, someone will be in their line of work and they don't need a Wish, and the Sienna works perfectly. So if the Sienna is also at that in that price range, it's good. You get it? So zenange bwokuba kwewuda sisiyinza kwewuda moroka egera million ngeyongera million mukaaga nasobola okwewuda ere teyongera mukaaga. So the lady actually told me she could pay the balance, the 15, in like 4 to 5 months, which is a very good thing. They gave us 6 months. Yeah. Now, how many Sientas did we see? Like I've said time and again, guys, if you're going to be buying a car on credit, your options diminish. You cannot see too many options. And I'm stressing this now because the lady that bought the Wish, eventually, after seeing all the options of the people that can take 15 million, then she said, I want to look at other options. Because there's a newer shape, a facelift of that Sienna that we bought. It was there, but the engine was bad. She actually considered for some time to buy one that had a faulty engine because it was a facelift. So guys, when you're going to buy a car on credit, I don't want to be able to move all the bonds, even those that I know will not take your credit, unless you tell me that you have more money. Because when she said that, then I asked her, do you have extra money? She said, I have an extra 1 million. An extra 1 million when you're buying a car doesn't do too much. You get it? You'd still be looking at still the same sellers. So had she made like 18 million shillings first payment, we would have looked at more Sientas. But let me count how many we saw. The one we bought was, I think, the third one we saw. We saw 5 Sientas. And the other 4 had bad engines. The other 4 had bad engines at varying levels, yeah? At varying levels. So this one had the best engine. We would have also preferred to buy the facelift, but the facelift had a bad engine. And you know there are conditions of engines that I know that they will just get worse, that they will not get better. Izo zones manyi. Nga bw'ogigula amanja gala n'ogigula ng'ogiguze ebibyo atatabiriimu. And normally when you're going to buy a car that is not in very good shape, wadde tugenze ffenna kugambe ogiguze wekka sibiriimu okitegeera. So Sientas right now in the bond all have power doors, 2 power doors. And the Sienna is actually not bad because I drove that car from the bond. Nze namuvuga and I took her to the place where service was done. Well, the Sienna is not bad. It's a very nice car. And then she asked me, Arthur, but you say these cars, the gearbox will die. Yes, the gearbox will die if you load it past capacity. The people that drive Sientas don't have discipline. They don't know that the Sienna, so you cannot put full adults in there. And the Sienna is still weak. The gearbox of the Sienna is not the same as the gearbox of the Ratis 1.5. So the Sienna gearbox is a little bit weak. So you cannot overload it. You get. So that's the thing. Yeah, we paid our 15 and we have a balance of 15. It was a very good buy. It was a very good buy because I've seen people buy the same car at like 31, 32. And I was today 15 million shillings. So is the buyer happy? Yes, the buyer is happy. And then yesterday, still I phoned someone. The gentleman called me, I think Monday evening, said, I want you to do inspection for me tomorrow, and he booked. Said good. When he booked, so I found him in Nakawa. He was going to buy a used Rumion. Now the used Rumions will be at 25, mostly 26. Okay. I normally tell you guys, if you are not scared of getting credit, buy a new Rumion instead of buying a used one at 26. And of course, some of you guys never listen to me. So this particular one, we found I think they had gone to see with a broker a particular Rumion UBQ, which was at like I think 26, but it wasn't good. So there was a UBS that we saw. It wasn't bad, but it was 28 million shillings. And buying a car, a used car at 28 million shillings doesn't make sense to me. So I made a few phone calls and I realized there was a place we could get a Rumion at 31. There were actually two places we could get Rumion at 31. But one of the places they wanted 31 million shillings cash, and if it were to be credit, we would have to buy it around 34. And this other place was 31, they were taking 28 million shillings first payment. But kajamu nga kanji. The one thing they were not doing, I think they were not covering number plates. Kari, when you name. You gotta step into the flow. Sometimes you gotta chase it. And it's what you make it. It seems like everywhere there is jam. Ngaba no badde na ate wafonyi. Nyala soka kala kali akakuboka wali akatusula kusawo ya Queen direct oba bakaziba tukomewo tugende tuyiteri at least tugwe ku prayer palace. Nero ati tugwe ku prayer palace. Mandabe. Tugende tugwe ku prayer palace. It makes more sense. So that we use a different route today. These people are also running away from jam. Yeah.
We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to rims of patrol. Helping every driver in the town. For the love of cars, Uganda. Welcome to the road where rubber meets the soul. For the love of cars, Uganda. The story's right. Old and new, the sun will bright. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda. We break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tale. Village right to see the scale. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to rims of patrol.
Anyama nyije tuli.
Helping every driver in the town. For the love of cars, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real, not just the hype. Styling views and engine rolls. We teach you more than just photos. And tools from the basics up. Trucking She don't want me. She don't want me. But I tell her, yes I tell her. Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. 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 Girl, you're my number one. Guasoka na kugamba na guyo mako bagwa. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never apart. But you made me beg, you made me beg. Every time I come over, you made me beg. But why? But why? Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. 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 Sitting on motoka, sitting on kalanja, sitting on bling, jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Jewelry, dollar bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, yeah. Na yelwa chongamba koma woluli, sikumanyi bulungi nchakwetegereza. I say yes, I say no, I say baby let's take it slow. You are my number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never a bad part. You make me big, you make me big. Every time I come over, you make me big. But why? But why? Rajon nimbo 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 Rajon nimbo Rajon shizante Rajon nimbo Rajon shizante nimbo 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 ninza. Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. Girl, I love you, but you never ever take what I say. See, I need you, but you do what you do ever again. You rock my world.
Guys, remember this Labente Mumpadde likes. Sigenda kuogera. 8 likes only for 31 people. Come on. Double tap. Impossible one, you can't double tap. Let me see. I know. I remember this orientation is somewhat to find likes. Now I know. Good morning. Alex Chiobio, good morning. Henry Modern Juice Sakubo Zako, Armstrong Sakubo Zako, Paul Sema VIP, Ruyinda Jimmy Dex, George Senkubuge, K. Jovan.
Okay, man.
some of you guys have never been this way. Mwani mubaddeyo kwe enbayitayo. This they call this place Chibuye, right? Waliwo abamu ku mwe abatabeerangayo kati nkuba maapu ngamba mpite wanzirewa. Bwenzire eno mba nzize mabega. Naye ate bwenzire eno kajjamu kayinza nayo okukwatayo naye kajje mba nzira. Mbadde nnyina nayita wali eri muganzirwaza. So guys, this is the Kabaka's palace. For the people that don't know, some of you don't. I'm kumomori banacharu. So the gentleman yesterday, he was buying a used Rumion, and I asked him, why are we buying a used Rumion if the price difference between the new one and the used one is about 5 million shillings? Because we were buying a used one at 28 billion shillings, and for me that was the only issue. And nangamba athanzembade simanyiti solo jifu na mwezo saying, and I think he knew, but he had just not thought about the possibility of being able to go to the bond to get it. That's just a possibility. So I told him, you know what, let's look at another option that you guys have lined up, and then we proceed to Rabeneku bond. So we saw another one, which was a UBN still. Now all these cars were not bad, but personally they are cars that I look at and I figure, why buy it at that amount? It will not be fair. So making phone calls, there is a place where they are selling that Rumion at 31, but they can actually take 28 first installment. You know that would be a difference of only 3 million shillings, and they will give this person about 4 months to finish the 3 million balance. Yeah. So we went, but the place of Twabuze Moroka the Rumion is one of those places where webatunda mubusubuzi bei ya busubuzi nenga akirabika emoroka zimukuttemuko. So what we did is we went and looked at the Rumions there. I think they had a total of 7 Rumions, but the white ones and the ones in silver were still being sold at 34. You get, it's the black ones that were black, maroon, blue, purple. You know those colors, and you know why they are being sold at those amounts. So it was those funny colors that were being sold at that 31. So we chose that black one. It had scratches on the bumper. I'm sure you have seen it in the pictures, and that was like the major red flag. But me knowing that there was no place that would give us a Rumion at 31 on credit, I found that was a very good buy. And then he wanted to spray the bumper. I told him, you know what, first drive your car for 3 months without spraying that bumper, because I know you're going to also scratch. Yeah. And then when you've done like 3 months with the car, you can go ahead and spray the bumper and whatever things you might have scratched. So it was that fast. And yesterday still I wasn't feeling good when we, after inspecting, as the gentleman was heading up to the bank, when they came back, we concluded, and then we left. Yeah, and then I went to do some math for someone that has a car. I think it was the IST new model, badly driven by relatives. And the math for her was, should I repair this car or should I sell it the way it is? And I did the math. 5 million might be enough to actually restore the car. Might actually end up being 6 or 7, but still it will be worth it, because the IST in the bond is about, the IST in the bond is about 40 million, which, and that IST after repair will probably be able to be, she'll be able to sell it at about 26, 27. However, she has to do all the work. So I recommended that she buys a nose cut. Nose cut comes with a bumper, part of the chassis, say your muscle, with the lights, the radiators, yeah, and and basically that's it. Then she would have to buy fenders as well, then repair the entire suspension, buy new shocks, all the 4 shocks. Awebenge immediate the motor and 4 tires. And motor kebenge immediate. Then kujambula kujoza kati wano jamu akola woki. And then spray it, and then the car will be back in and of course buy a windscreen as well, and then the car will be in shape to be sold at around 26, 27. Yeah, if the car is sold in the shape it is, people will be buying it 12 to 15 million shillings, which is very little money for the IST. Wakati bagigulanga ya accident, so nga ate bw'ogikola nose cut n'ogikola bulungi sente zo ziba zivaayo. So those are the cars we bought. I'll be sharing the story of the other car once we have finished the transaction, and then I'll be telling you why I always encourage you guys to sajja taxi by name it mambala bakola bateekawo layini mutima gw'okuteekawo layini sinnagufuna. Is the newer that strong, that level? The sound system is safe and the same applies to the car. Hey, Arthur, today you've passed our side. I've seen you towards Shibuya roundabout near Nangi. Onkesse obange ne mulayini y'abasajja abataxi naye bayitwa bakyama abadde ate nyina kukozesa kali akakupoka wali akaddako. I think better luck next time. Naye ng'ate eri waggulu wakalu. But still nsaze ku budde oli jamu ensambi atasoboka. Oli agenda kusawa ya Queen tayinza kusoboka mungi nnyo. Akatuurira Boaz. Lucy is not genuine. Lucy is not. Lucy is one of those guys that is planted by the powers that be for you to think that he's different from everyone else. He's not different. Lucy, him as an individual cannot cause any change. He can't. Guys, me, I think that anyone that is serious about causing changes in the country will stand for president. That's what I believe. Abala bonna tubalonda bulonzi for protest, but the actual change happens at the president level. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to be giving you I think it should already be live, the episode of the project car when we went to meet Sienna. That episode should already be live. Ngenda kubuza ako guy ndawo bagitadde bulungi.